following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Good morning. How are y'all doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I had a pretty good one. I got to hang out with some family, get to see some folks. I got some money. Grandma is always good to give me $100 bill every year for 30 years now. It has been like clockwork, $100 bill. I can always trust an old grandma to hand out Benjamin Franklin every year, and this was no different. She is getting older, and she probably doesn't feel as good as she used to, but I love that woman, not just for the money, but it was good to see her. She lives down in Alabama, her and my mom, so it was good to see them come up. Got to hang out with some friends. Had a game of poker on Christmas night. That was fun. Actually had 2 games of poker. I did not win any money in those games of poker, but we did have a good time playing that. So today, what are we talking about today? Oh, we're going to talk Vols versus Clemson. We're going to talk Titans. Titans are set up with the Jaguars for a Week 18 win and in. We're going to talk about that. Third take, we're going to talk fantasy football because this week, I know for me and for a lot of other people, is championship week. So we're going to talk fantasy football. And then we're going to end it off with high school sports. So let's go ahead and get on into the show. I do want to say, I think my first take is going to be, Titans winning in. It's that simple. It does not matter what happens tonight. Titans play tonight. Oh, good Lord. I just got this notification. This is live for you guys. Josh Dobbs to start Thursday Night Football versus Cowboys. So I don't know why the Titans would start Dobbs over Willis. I don't think it really matters. It's going to be a bloodbath anyway. The Titans are starting. They already had a minor league team because of the injuries, and now they're starting people. They're sitting even more people now. So the Cowboys, I think, have one of the best defenses in all of football. They got a fairly decent offense. If I was you, I would probably take the Cowboys and how many ever points Vegas wants to give them. But I've been wrong before, so don't take my word for it. Tonight's not going to matter. It just doesn't matter. Titans can win. They can lose. Win by 100, lose by 100, anywhere in between. Does not matter. Same for the Jaguars. It all comes down to Week 18 for both teams. Now, I will say this. I think the Jaguars probably have more healthy talent. I think the Jaguars probably have a better chance to compete in the playoffs than the Titans do because of Trevor Lawrence and Trevor Lawrence alone. If you have a good quarterback, at least a decent one, that can make up for a lot of issues. Ryan Tannehill just had surgery 10 days ago. Malik Willis just lost his job, and the Titans are starting Josh Dobbs, who I'm a Vols fan. I love Josh Dobbs, but there's a reason why he's been waived by 6 other teams. I like Josh. I hope he has a good day today. I'd love to see the Titans beat the Cowboys. I've got some friends that are Cowboys fans. I don't really have anything against the Cowboys, but Cowboys fans are annoying only because they're everywhere. They're not like Steelers fans. Steelers fans are entitled. Of course, they do have 6 Super Bowls. But I don't know how many Super Bowls the Cowboys have. Their fans are entitled too, but the fans I know around here aren't usually that bad because they know for the last 20 years they haven't won a playoff game. So I don't usually have to hear them talk too much. Like I said, tonight doesn't really matter. But I think the Jaguars are a better team than the Titans. I would much rather see the Titans in the playoffs. But I'm just going to tell you boys and girls, if the Titans pull out the miracle next week and they defeat the Jaguars with their B squad or whoever's playing quarterback, whoever the rest of the players are, if the Titans somehow win that football game, get into the playoffs, I understand that, it's a cool underdog story and this and that and the other. I don't think the Titans have what it takes to win a playoff game at all. I don't trust Todd Downing. I don't trust and this is the same thing everybody else has been saying for the last few months. The offensive line is atrocious. It's the worst offensive line in football. I don't care what stats say. I watch this offensive line continuously give up nothing. Like they don't get any room. They don't make any room. They don't give Tannehill or whoever the quarterback is any time to block. And I saw CBS Sports put out something on Facebook yesterday. They said Derek Carr is a favorite to land with the Titans. That's great. I don't care if your quarterback is Joe Montana. I don't care if your quarterback is Jennifer Lopez. It doesn't matter. If you don't block for whoever's back there and you have an idiot for a play caller, it's not going to matter who your quarterback is. Anything short of Jesus Christ in this offense is not going to move up and down the field. I'm just telling you, it's not going to matter. It does not matter who the quarterback is because Downing's an idiot. I don't really expect him to go out and get a play caller that is going to be great at their job because the Titans have never done that. They went out and got Norm Chow, and I thought he would be great. He was terrible. Again, that was on me, but I was like 12 when that happened. Maybe wasn't that old, but I'm exaggerating for effect. But the offensive line is crap. And it's not like the Titans just need to draft like one offensive lineman and maybe grab a receiver. They need like 14 draft picks, and they need to draft about at least 4 or 5 starting offensive linemen, and then they need to draft at least 3 receivers to compete with the guys that are already on the team. And that's before you start filling in the holes anywhere else. I didn't really think this rant would turn into how much I hate the Titans, but here we are. I think every Titans segment this year has been like this. I haven't enjoyed watching them a whole lot at all. They haven't been very good. I love Vrabel. I love Mike Vrabel. And if I was a professional athlete, I'd love to play for Mike Vrabel. But, and now that Robinson's gone, maybe this offseason Vrabel can make more decisions about player personnel. The coaches around him, I don't know. I really hope he does something about Downing. But that's neither here nor there. I don't get to make decisions for that. Titans win and in Week 18 against the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars should be the favorite. The Jaguars kind of pushed them around last time they played. I think it was like 34-14 or something along the lines of that, 34-21, something. Jaguars were a much better team last time they played, but the NFL is a weird place, and every time the Titans play the Jaguars in Derrick Henry's home field, Derrick Henry does Derrick Henry things. And he's not – I don't believe he's going to play tonight. He was doubtful as of yesterday. I have not heard anything yet. So he may not be going tonight, and if he doesn't go tonight, that's fine. That's okay. That really doesn't bother me all that much. But we're going to do our DMA read real quick, and then after that, of course, we're going to watch those really great commercials, and then I want y'all to come back. We're going to talk a few more things. But Casey's Take is brought to you by DMA Orthopedics and Dr. Anthony Tropiano. Dr. Anthony Tropiano provides patients with prompt, effective treatment using the best technology available and in a manner that is compassionate and understanding of their needs. Dr. Tropiano is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon. Call 615-441-4522 today. That's 615-441-4522. Commercial.
At Dixon Medical Associates, your health is our #1 priority. With over 40 providers, our goal is to bring excellent, convenient, and comprehensive medical care to our community. Dixon Medical Associates, a destination for care.
I'm sitting here looking at a lot of the Malik Willis news on Twitter. I don't know. Maybe he's not the guy. I think he's got a lot of talent, and I know people think I'm crazy. I'm in the minority. I like Malik Willis. Again, I don't think it really matters who you are with this offensive line and the weapons around it. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're It's going to be hard to be good with the people around you here. But we're going to go ahead and talk about we're going to get into the second take. We're going to talk Vols versus Clemson. There was, up until Cade Klubnik took the starting job for Clemson, I would have taken Tennessee to win this game by about a touchdown and a half, maybe 10, maybe 14 points. But I think Cade Klubnik, and I'm never going to say his name correctly, so y'all get over it. If you're laughing about it now, you're going to laugh about it for at least the next 4 years. But I think Cade Klubnik, there we go, there's a good one. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback for them. I think he has been when he has played this year. And he makes their offense a lot better. And for Tennessee, I know that a lot of people are going to point to Tillman sitting out, Hyatt sitting out, and Jeremy Banks sitting out. I think Jeremy Banks sitting out means more to the overall effect of this game than Hyatt or Tillman. I think Hyatt and Tillman are both crazy athletic talented, but so are some of these other guys that play receiver. When Jeremy Banks didn't play against South Carolina, y'all saw how bad that defense was. So, good Lord, somebody just drove by. I don't know what they were driving, but it sounded awful. I don't really have a lot of faith in the defense without Banks out there, only because the only time we saw that was against South Carolina, and they gave up approximately 147 points. But I do think that Tennessee can probably play with Clemson. But Klubnik's going to throw the ball around. He's going to throw the ball around against a mediocre Tennessee defense. Now, don't get me wrong, they played great against Kentucky, and they played a great second half against Missouri. I was there at that game. They were wonderful in the second half. But some guys are going to be missing. Some guys are going to be missing on the offense, but I'm excited to see what the offense looks like without Tillman and Hyatt and Hooker, because those guys aren't going to be here next year. So, I want to see. Again, we kind of know what Milton looks like right now. He is a rocket launcher with no real accuracy. But, I mean, if you can make the field about 140 yards long, I think Milton would be the greatest quarterback that ever lived. The problem is we have to deal with the current specifications of field length. So I think it's going to be okay. If I had to pick, I'd say Clemson. Clemson wins by probably 10 at least, just because Klubnik's going to move the ball up and down the field. Milton's going to throw just enough incomplete passes that the offense never really gets going. I'm going to say, I think it's 42-31. I want to say Clemson wins 42-31. But we'll come back and we'll see how that works out. We'll talk about it next week. I think the game's on the 30th. Is that Friday? That's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I may be completely wrong. I probably should have looked up all that information before I started talking about it, but I'm pretty sure it is the 30th. But that one I think is going to be fun to watch, just because, Tennessee fans, last game of the year. Tennessee's had a great year. They've already got 10 wins under their belt. It'd be cool to win number 11 and, take the Orange Bowl home. But when I started typing this in about this preview, I basically just wanted to talk about Klubnik. I'm not a Clemson fan. I don't really care much for the kid. I hope he does great. Good luck for him, whatever. I couldn't care less. But phone, shut up. I'm not talking to you right now. The funny part is it's all my fantasy football stuff. So good. We're talking about that next, but I'm not done just yet. Klubnik, again, like I said, for Tennessee fans that don't exactly know who he is, you're going to watch him put up at least 350 yards against the Tennessee defense. I think Clemson has a chance to win this game running away. I think Tennessee has a chance to win the game running away, but kind of like that Tennessee-Georgia game, I think there's a very low possibility that one of these teams wins easily. I think it's more like a one-score game, maybe score-and-a-half game. Like I said, 10, 11 points. 42-31 is my official guess for Clemson to win. And Tennessee fans, you're going to see Milton throw a few incomplete passes, but I want to see him really just sling one. This is the last thing I wanted to say. I don't know if any of you have seen it or not. There's a video of Joe Milton from the Orange Bowl. He threw an actual orange 110 yards. He stood on the goal line, threw it through the end zone and hit the back wall of a practice field. Now I know it's an orange. Don't get me wrong. I get that it's an orange. But Joe Milton has one of the strongest arms I've ever seen. And whether it's an incomplete pass or a touchdown or interception or whether the ball goes into the stands and hurts an innocent bystander, I just want to see Joe Milton throw the ball as absolutely far as he can. But that's enough for the preview. We're going to talk fantasy football real quick. Now, when I say I wanted to talk fantasy football, I more or less just want to gloat for a few minutes. I am in 4 leagues, and in one of those leagues, I lost in the semifinal last week. I had been the number 1 team all year, highest scoring team. Had a rough playoff bout, but that league's free, so we don't care if we lose that one, right? Not a big deal. Now, one of my other leagues, the worst season I've ever had, and a lot of the same players as my other teams, but it's one of the worst seasons I've ever had. Injuries. I had Jamar Chase, Breece Hall. Jamar was hurt for a long time. Breece Hall got hurt earlier in the year, and he's out all year long after that. For some reason, that team has just stunk it up so bad that I have to win. I'm in the toilet bowl. I'm in the losers bracket championship, and I have to win that game to not come in last, which is crazy because whoever comes in last has to eat one of those super hot chips. And if that happens, I'm going to get that on video. It's going to be on Twitter. I might puke. I might throw up. Hell, it might kill me. I don't know. But we're gonna videotape me eating this nuclear chip, apparently, or whatever it is, makes it so hot. But if I lose, I cannot lose. And not I don't mind coming in last, but I can't lose to who I'm going up against. I just can't. I'm not going to say his name. He knows who he is. I think he's a moron. And if I lose to him in fantasy football, it's a real big shot to my ego. But my last 2 leagues, I'm in the championship of both leagues. I've got a real chance here to take away. Now, one of the leagues that I'm in, I've been in for, I think this is my 14th or 15th year. I think it's my 15th year this season. When we started that league, I wasn't old enough to drive. My older brother had to take me to the draft. That's how long we've been doing that league. I had a 4-year stretch where I won the championship three times. Last year, I lost in the playoffs to a new guy. He got lucky, beat me. I had the best team, lost. He got lucky, won. This year, I'm playing that same person. He's 13-1. He's had the best season. I'm 8-6 going into this final game. And it's taking everything I've got to get into the playoffs. It's taking everything I've got to get there. And I may not win the game, but boy, have I been talking a lot of trash. Win or lose, I don't care. I'm at least going to, make this guy mad about it before we even play the game. So I think I got a chance to win. In that league, we've also got this big, massive belt. There may be a picture of this belt on Twitter. I don't know. But if there's not, there will be as soon as I win it this weekend. I'm going to take a big photo of my belt. I'm going to wear it probably for like 2 weeks straight. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to sleep with that thing on. I'm going to wear it to the shower. I don't care. I want my championship belt. And then the other league, I'm also in the championship in that league. I'm with in that league. I've got a good friend of mine who kind of introduced me to some other guys, and I know a few of the other people in the league, but I don't know them all that well. But last year had a good year, made it into the playoffs, but didn't do very well in the playoffs. This year, I've just been there all year long. I've been towards the top. I had a 5-game winning streak earlier in the year. Now I'm in the championship. So I've got a chance for 2 championships. I got a chance for a toilet bowl championship. And then my other team, like I said, it crapped the bed last week. So that's my fantasy football update. Now, next week, we may not have a whole fantasy football segment, but I am going to at least keep you all clued in on exactly how poorly or wonderfully my teams perform this weekend. So shoot me some good luck for that. Hopefully. I just like winning. I don't really care about the first place money, or I want the belt, and I like winning the championship because I want everybody else to know I was better than them. It's hard for me to say stuff like that. Keep a straight face. I think I'm funny. I don't know if any of you think I'm funny, but I think I'm hilarious. Either way, we're going to do one more DMA read, and then I can't remember if we do the commercial first and then the DMA read. So I'm going to do the DMA read, and then we'll do the commercial, and then y'all come back. We're going to talk high school sports, which is the best segment we have every week. There's not a lot to talk about, but we're going to talk about it. But Casey's Take is brought to you by DMA Orthopedics and Dr. Anthony Tropiano. Dr. Anthony Tropiano provides patients with prompt, effective treatment using the best technology available and in a manner that is compassionate and understanding of their needs. Dr. Tropiano is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon. Call 615-441-4522 today. That's 615-441-4522. Commercial.
Here at Dixon Medical Associates, we've got you covered from neck to toe. Our orthopedics team offers services in sports medicine, foot and ankle reconstruction, spinal surgery, and more. We also have in-house imaging and physical therapy. Dixon Medical Associates. We specialize in what moves you.
Of course, I didn't need to cough the entire commercial. As soon as we come back, I have to cough. But this week, we've got some teams that are competing in some Christmas tournament stuff. I know the Dickson County girls are down in Florida. My little sister's down there. I'm actually watching her house for her dad, my biological dad. I've been watching his house the last few days while Eric and his wife Kim and their daughter Kaylee, they went down to Florida. They're playing down there. I think Dickson won their first two games. The Dickson girls did, and then they played a really good team from Alabama yesterday. I think they lost that one. It was a really good team from Alabama, though. I want to say Creekwood boys are in Gatlinburg right now. It may be Creekwood girls are in Gatlinburg. It's hard to keep up with everything going on. But we've got some basketball being played. A lot of these Christmas tournaments, the New Year's tournaments, they're fun. I think that's so cool. I kind of wish I would have had the opportunity to do something like that when I was in high school. But now this week, the only other thing I wanted to bring up, coming up, we do have a Ty Tomlin fight out in the one of the Cheatham County boxers. Ty, I got to reach out to him and get some more info on this fight, but we're going to have an article about that coming up in the next edition of the Cheatham County Exchange. He's got his fight coming up on January 14th. I want to say, I think it's the 10th or the 14th. I believe it's the 14th though. Tomlin's got that fight. That's going to be an article in the Cheatham paper. Also, I'm going to try and get the all county volleyball team done. I've got to get some information from some of the coaches still. So I'm hoping to have the all county volleyball teams done for both the Dickson and Cheatham papers. Going to have a little bit of basketball stuff for Dickson, a little bit of boxing stuff for Cheatham. May have you a little opinion article in there. Who knows? I think I'm going to do a special article this week. Y'all be on the lookout for it. I'm going to do my favorite sports moments of the year, only because it is kind of the end of the calendar year. There's not a lot of sports going on. I'm lucky enough to have a photographer that went down to Gatlinburg and got a few photos of Creekwood basketball, but other than that, the volleyball is about all I've got to fill up some space. So may do a special little article, like I said, about my favorite stuff this year, and then another opinion article, just basically me running my mouth. That's more or less this, and my opinion article, that's more or less it's free therapy for me. I get to exercise any demons I have. I'm not completely totally unhinged for 25-30 minutes on this show. I do hold it back a little bit, but this is like I said, my free therapy. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. But that's about all we've got for high school sports. Now, next week we do have Creekwood girls, and of course Dixon girls too as well. The bowling region championships are next week, so I'll have all that information for you. We do still have some wrestling going on in both Dixon and Cheatham. The Dixon and Creekwood both are having a really good season in wrestling, and we all know how serious Cheatham takes their wrestling. Cheatham takes their wrestling about as seriously as they do their girls basketball. It's very serious to everybody out there. So I need to do a little bit better job getting some more info and get some photos in the paper. So y'all bear with me as I do that, try and get that done as best I can. But thank you so far. It is December 29th, and the new year will be coming around. This year's wrapping up in a few days. Just make sure y'all stay safe. I think Saturday night is going to be New Year's Eve. Go out, have fun, hang out with your friends, do whatever you want to do, but please be safe. Don't put anybody else in harm's way. Don't put yourself in harm's way. There should be a phone number for somebody to call if you've had too much to drink. Or if you don't want to drink at all, that's great too. You can still have fun without alcohol. So, like I said, go out there, figure out what you want to do, have some fun, hang out with friends. We're all getting older, so enjoy the time that you get. And but everybody stay safe, please. But y'all have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you. I'm not going to say we're going to see you next year because I hate that joke. I hate that when other people do that. But we will see you probably next Thursday in the year 2023. So y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see y'all.